And if you don't do that, maybe it doesn't go to television. And maybe Mark would prefer that, you know, and I don't know.
Yeah.
I think he would prefer that it does.
One thing you said in there, that when you said it's the safe route to go to MTV, we got it, we go this direction, we make it this direction.
Right.
This thing that you want to make this for and may make it for is the result of someone who did not go the safe route, of someone who stood up there, waved his hands, read his poetry, and you weren't supposed to do that. And it seemed, you know, it made my back go like this, that now somebody comes along and says, we have to, because that's the way it's done now, we have to put it out on MTV. And I go back to saying, I know you're smart, there's another way.
I think that the worst thing that we can ever do is to try to control this and to try to say that we now think that it's enough and that we're going to say, and this is where I think it's wonderful, you know, that you're here, and I say we've had poets and organizers around the country, we've opened our arms to them and said, do the slam, come to the National, and now I think here's a filmmaker who wants to do something with it, and I would open him with welcome arms and say to him, you know, come and shoot this and do something with it.
You left something very important out of it. When I started in Chicago and started doing that, and when poetry started to become big so that you could come to Chicago in 1990 and fill up that auditorium, and there was all kinds of people, that's because I was meticulous about the integrity of what we were doing. The readings, every reading, people cared about the face they put on poetry. I'm saying that it wasn't control, it was upholding the integrity of what
by example. You went to those places and you showed them how you did it. I see the difference as this. I run mine in like a coffee house or an art theater or something like that. Paul wants to have his slam on television.
I'm not trying to tell this man
not to do it.
I'm just telling you that what he does should reflect
as much as possible, and that's why we're all sitting here saying we hope that this can reflect all of us, you know, instead of just the New Rican Cafe, which we all love and love to go and read at and be with Bob and all the people there, but we also think that there's these other places around the country that make it really strong, and that if you could push for that, if it ever happens, that you would say, you know, this is really going to be important that we go around to different places and include as much of the poets from around the country as possible.